Welcome, everyone. As you know, I am Kate Butler, and I am here with the incredible Laura Strachan, and she is here to talk about her brand new book that just hit the market. And this book, if you want to hold it up, Laura, is this beautiful book, Pickles the Mermaid. Pickles the Mermaid. This is Rainy's journey, and we're going to talk to Laura today about this beautiful book, how it came about and why it is an absolute must to have this in your library. So, Laura, why don't you begin by telling us a little bit about you, the background of the book, and how did this beautiful book come about?
Yeah, so the backstory of this book is that I wrote Pickles a Mermaid about a year ago, and there was a bully in the first story, and it was inspired by my son because he was bullied, and I wanted to bring attention to that because it's so prevalent in the schools today.
Mhm.
And so this was inspired by my daughter this time because in the eighth grade, she did one small act of kindness and it created a ripple effect and it changed hearts and lives. And all she did was sit with someone sitting alone in the cafeteria and not knowing the student wanted to leave school and did not because of that one interaction. So in the first story, Rainey is kind to Pickles after she bullied her. And at the end, that kindness deeply affects her heart and shifts something deep inside. And so the second story is very exciting because it really illustrates how someone who's so hard-hearted and has had a tough life, and you can see how isolated she was and how alone she was, an orphan, and you get to know her backstory and how she was bullied and how sometimes people that bullied have been bullied themselves, and but that one act of kindness puts her on this new journey and a path to something new. And it's so exciting because it gives kids, even that have been bullied or have been mean, that they could also learn a new path and have a second chance to change things in their lives. And it's so encouraging, this story. It gives hope and redemption.
Laura, it is so, so important. I love this book for that exact reason, which is that you're offering children a way to see that one thing, one choice, one decision, one act that they make can actually make an enormous difference. And it can not only change the trajectory of their life, but also someone else's. And I think that that is such an important message for children to understand. But I also love that you're giving them permission in this book to do that, to do that one act, that one kind thing. So what do you hope that children will walk away with? You know, like if they have one takeaway from the book, what do you hope that that will be?
My hope is self-love. I
Mm.
really connect with embracing your own unique self. And there is magic in the story. In the first story, there's a conch shell to remind Pickles that she's loved just the way she is. And I love the magic of the shell, and I bring it back in the second. And that magic is just remembering who you are. Sometimes we forget our greatness, we forget who we are. And when we tap into that self-love and self-belief, and courage, it really shifts everything in our life. And I just want people just to really embrace who they are and be the light that they are supposed to be in the world.
That is so beautiful. Can you give some examples? You mentioned that your daughter went and sat at the table, right, in the cafeteria. Can you give some other examples of small acts that children may be able to do that you believe can make a great difference?
Yes, so I think any kind of kindness can bond a family together. And so it could be just a family thing, doing chores together and maybe a service, helping a neighbor, cooking a meal for somebody, writing letters. I know this is something I do as a daily practice. I'm sending out cards to people, and it's so like unheard of nowadays. And so there's so many things that kids can be a part of, and this kindness will actually give them more self-confidence, and it will also teach them, that sometimes, well, actually it'll actually have the ripple effect in their lives, and that kindness somehow just boomerangs back to them. So the more kind you are, the more kindness comes back to you. And I love how this kindness can actually save the world if we really put this into practice, one act of kindness at a time.
Wow, I love that. These acts of kindness can actually save the world. What a beautiful, beautiful statement. And what is your hope for the vision for this book and what this book will do, Laura? Tell me a little bit about that vision.
Yeah, so I hope that this story will become popular worldwide and maybe it will get in different languages. And I foresee it maybe becoming a movie even just because it's such a beautiful story and I think kids can connect to the characters and there's so many illustrations that are bright and vibrant. It engages the kids and it's fun and it's there's, in this one, especially there's a piece where there's dolphins that when she's shifting her ideas, she learns to play. I think playing connects us in that
Mm.
connector and it teaches her to have fun. And when you have fun and you light up your own world, you can help others. And so that is so exciting. So yeah, I have a huge vision that this will be a bestseller, an international bestseller.
I'm holding that vision with you. I know it will happen. I agree with you. These illustrations are extraordinary. As moms and administrators of schools and teachers, we know that the children are very drawn to the bright colors, right? And these really beautiful illustrations. So you did a fantastic job with that. And speaking of schools, do you go around and do author visits? Is this something that you're open to as far as speaking to schools and sharing your book with children in that way?
Yeah, so I've done a couple author visits so far, and it's been really fun. And one of the ones I went to, they liked it so well, I'm going to be going back for the second
Yes.
book. And then there was another I did where one of the teachers works, and he had all these teachers becoming teachers. And so they all like are becoming teachers and they want me to all come in their classroom. So it just creates like a ripple of like you go to one school and then it keeps building from there. And but it's been a lot of fun doing the school visits, and I hope to do more of that.
Incredible. So, anyone out there listening to this, if you are a teacher or work in a school system and would like to share this beautiful message of self-love, of kindness, changing the world one act at a time, Laura is your author and she is your person to come and visit your school and be able to spread this beautiful, incredible, and powerful message. Where can we find this book, Laura?
Yes, so you can find it on my website at laurastrachanbooks.com, and there's a link directly there. It is on Amazon, Barnes and Noble, Walmart. Usually Amazon's easiest to find.
Absolutely. So you can find this book most of the places that you would go to buy a book. So wherever is most convenient for you, but definitely go to laurastrachan.com. Check
laurastrachanbooks.com.
laurastrachanbooks.com, and we want to make sure that you check out her website as well. And I know more to come also on that website as we continue to follow you, Laura, in your author journey. But I'm just so excited that you do this because you're mentioning that one person showing up can create this ripple effect and that one act can actually begin to change things in the world. And that's what's happening here with you because you decided to show up and write this story and you decided to commit to this dream and you decided to take a leap and put this book out into the world. And you are, in fact, creating that ripple effect. So, Laura, I just want to thank you for being you and thank you for getting this incredible story out into the world.
Thank you, Kate. That means the world to me. And I'm so excited to continue working with you this year. And we'll see what opens up for the next story.
This is so exciting. Laura, congratulations. Congratulations to everyone involved in this beautiful book. I am cheering you on. I'm getting my copy, and I want to encourage everyone to do the same. I want to support you. I want to support this vision. I want to support the dream, and I want to truly, truly support inviting the children and giving the children permission to step into their powerful acts of kindness and letting them know that they, in fact, can change the world. Laura, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you. It was such an honor.
And thank you everyone so much. Please go get your copy of the book. This is Pickles the Mermaid, Rainy's Journey. Look at this beautiful, beautiful mermaid on the front. This is Pickles and these beautiful illustrations. This book is just going to pop off the shelves, whether it's at your home library or if it's in your school or in your classroom. The children are going to love this book. So be sure to get your copy today. Thank you everyone so much. See you soon. Bye-bye.